Hello, welcome vehicle enthusiasts back to a vehicle enthusiast video. High Downforce Prototype cars. What are they? Well, they're this, and this. They are slower than this, and this, but are faster than this, and this. Well, these cars participate in the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship and the FIA World Endurance Championship. There are two types of prototype sports cars, hypercar, or GTP, and LMP2s. The reason there is both GTP and hypercar is because they race in both IMSA and WEC. Though some of them may be the same, but their series still use different class systems, even though they use the same regulations, like how in WEC GT3s are called LMGT3s, when in IMSA they're called GTDs. The LMP2 class is used in both, and in WEC for only one race. While in IMSA, their standard class, GTP does stand for Grand Touring Prototypes. There is also LMP3s, but they are not in any big series. The hypercar class has two regulations, LMDH and LMH. LMDH stands for Le Mans Daytona H. There are some debates to what the H means, but there are two possibilities, hybrid or hypercar. There's no explanation for why hypercar would make sense, but why hybrid? Well, in a lot of prototypes, they use an electric motor that would get them up to a certain speed and RPM, then they would officially turn on the gas engine and they would get on their way through the race. The reason it's called the Le Mans Daytona H because it races in both IMSA and WEC. LMH stands for Le Mans Hypercar. Most of the LMH cars do not race in IMSA, but in 2023, IMSA allowed for LMH cars to race in the IMSA series alongside their fellow LMDH cars. The only one that does do this is the Aston Martin Valkyrie. Side note, there is only one LMDH that is in 2025 does not race in WEC, meaning the Lamborghini SC63. There's also only one LMDH that does not race in IMSA, being the Alpine A424. I believe that's how it is right now. But back to the video. That's the Aston Martin Valkyrie. The LMP2 stands for Le Mans Prototype 2. These cars are the level below LMH and LMDH. Next is the LMP3, which stands for Le Mans Prototype 3. These cars are the level below LMP2. LMP3 cars don't race in WEC or IMSA. There are regulations that come with these cars. Manufacturers who choose LMH can make custom cars with custom chassis like the Aston Martin Valkyrie. Meanwhile, for LMDH, cars have to use a pre-supplied chassis by another company, being from suppliers like Dallara, Ligier, Multimatic, and Orca. LMP2s are a spec series, only a class, not series, only using the Argo 7. They race in some pretty popular races as well, including a Triple Crown race. Wait a minute, what is the Triple Crown? The Triple Crown is a treasured motorsport achievement where someone wins 3 of the biggest races in motorsport. The Indy 500, which is an IndyCar event, by the way, if don't think you not get that. The Monaco Grand Prix, which is an F1 event, and the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Only one person has ever won the achievement. Ever. In all the years motorsport existed, one person, and that man is Graham Hill, who died, I think, 3 years after winning Le Mans. That's crazy. The thing is, to think about it now, yeah, his achievement was big, but the reason no one's really been able to do it is because racing in F1 takes a lot of training, where a lot of times IndyCar and WEC just let drivers hop on in a car. And if you race in Formula 1 successfully, win the Monaco Grand Prix, and then you can try and push yourself into winning other big races like the 24 Hours of Le Mans and the Indianapolis 500. But I think most people have not reported, but I would say each race is hard on their own, with like Monaco having like no space for overtakes. Le Mans, just its length. Like a lap is like 5 minutes, I think, on some of the fastest cars. In Indianapolis, even though it's an oval, it's a rectangle, and even though it's in that oval shape, more like, it's still one of the hardest tracks to take in a stock car or going 240 miles per hour in an Indy car. So I'm just going to remind you, maybe a oval or a rectangle, but still hard. It's not like each track is easy. But moving on, prototypes, as aforementioned, have a Triple Crown event, the 24 Hours of Le Mans being one of them. We also have some crown jewels. I like to call races that are, big races for the series crown jewels, because pulling on that term from NASCAR, which uses the crown jewel term to describe their four biggest races, being the Daytona 500, Coca-Cola 600, Brickyard 400, and Southern 500. They call them their four crown jewel races, being their biggest ones. So I kind of wanted to attach this term to this, because each series kind of has their big race or their big races. So, for example, like the 24 Hours of Daytona, that's a very big example right there. The Moby 1, 12 Hours of Sebring, the Shaylin 6 Hours of the Glen, and the Motil Teat Le Mans. Which, reminder, outside of 24-hour Le Mans, each one of these four races are all IMSA. Pretty cool. What are some examples of these legendary cars? I feel like some people look forward to this part. Some LMHs will include the Aston Martin Valkyrie, the Peugeot 9X8, the Ferrari 499P, and the Toyota GR010. Some LMDHs include the Cadillac V-Series R, probably the most iconic of them. The Alpine A424, the Acura ARX06, the BMW M V8 Hybrid, the Porsche 963, and of course the Lamborghini SE63. There's only one LMP2 out there, being the York 07. Obviously there's been more through history, but there's the only one racing now. Some LMP3 cars include, I may mispronounce some of these because the font, the Ligier JSP325. It could be also an S, but I'm going to say it's P325. Duqueen DO9. It could be Q, be DOQ, but I'm not sure. And the Genetta G51 LTP3 UFO. That's easy to say. There are also other classes out there. These include the CN, the Sports Prototype, and the Track Day Prototypes. These are like the radicals and genetic ups you may see out there in esports and regular racing. Also club sports too. These are like smaller cars of these types as well. They're not really the fastest ones, and they're usually open cockpit. Outside some of them, a lot of radicals and Genettas are not, but yeah, these are some smaller racing. I want to recommend them though to watch because they're kind of boring. But those are not as important, and they're not considered the main classes. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me. I want you to like and subscribe. I need more, please. And I'm sorry I haven't made a video on it. I just want to let you know this video is really, I decided it was old, and I messed up so much. It's like take 16 or something. I don't know. It's about 2:02 at night, and 1 in the morning, and I'm still up from the NASCAR race that just went on. Ryan Blaney, congrats, I guess. I mean, it's your second win. I'd rather see someone who didn't win this year to get into the playoffs, but I guess Alex Bowman and Reddick are now there, so yeah, that's interesting. But thanks for joining me today. I made some mess ups as per usual, and I hope this thing recorded because I did a lot of extra information into it, which is usually what I'm not planning to do, but I guess I could add some side notes here and there, like every side note I've added today. So I'll see you guys. Bye.